I felt like I wanted to.
Dumelang, my name is Fezile the Medium, your spiritual healer as well as medium. Welcome to our podcast, the Mlabamanzi, Spirit Healing and Restoration. Today we have Sinesipho Zwane, who we are going to do a session with. We will be channeling some of her past loved ones, so she will let us know also what is the problem and who she would like to channel. So over to you, Sinesipho.
Thank you so much, Fezile. My name is Sinesipho Zwane. I was born and bred in Orange Farm. And what brings me here is actually wanting to know my spiritual alignment, to also as well find out if the surname that I carry right now is any way affecting myself and my siblings, or rather the whole family, because I've seen a lot of things repeating themselves. Like, if you're growing up and then you see a lot of challenges repeating themselves,
It's a cycle.
like generationally. So my thing is, hey, what is this? And it's hurting. So that's why I want to know that. That's what I want to know. Sorry.
All right. So is that the problem?
Yeah, it's a problem. I'm thinking that it's a problem. It's my thoughts. I've never seen anyone, or they've never told me otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. All right. So let's start. Sinesipho Zwane. So there is a mother figure that is coming through. So I believe that this will be your grandmother
Okay.
from your mother's side.
Okay.
But before that, there's also a presence of a male figure that is also coming through from your father's side. Now, I am seeing a distance between you and your father.
Okay.
So, meaning that it could be that in your life, your father did not necessarily raise you, or it could be that you didn't have like that strong relationship with your father. It's either you were staying somewhere and he was staying elsewhere. So now, when I talk about a father figure, I'm talking about a man that is coming through, and this is your grandfather from your father's side, because he's very old and okay, so he's also tall as well. He's also a bit tall, and all right, so this man is coming through, your great grandfather.
Okay.
Right? And like I mentioned, so he says that Tina Lomtwana asimali. In fact, we have accepted her, but she does not acknowledge us. So they are saying that they have accepted you as their child, but in terms of your journey here on earth, they are trying to come through, but you are not giving them access in terms of letting them guide you. So it comes back again to the father situation that I was telling you about, right? And they also let me know that because also your dad, there were certain things Egben Oguti when that he did not do like in order like to acknowledge his ancestors. He doesn't acknowledge them. And as a result, you became a girl. So you were supposed to be a boy, right? But then now, because of Ubaba Wako, there are certain things that he did not do on his side. And obviously, he has been given umsebenzi wamadlozi ukuthi aandise isibongo sakibo. But he keeps on running away, and instead he keeps on having children all the time, like everywhere, I would put it. So now, tell me about your dad. Let me give you some time
My
to talk.
father was born from teens. My mom and dad were 14 years old when they gave birth to me. And they They passed on when I was in grade 7.
Okay.
And yeah. And I've heard but through somebody saying that according to my knowledge and my father's family, I'm the only daughter from my father's side. You understand? So, however, I think there was a case where there was someone who just came and said she had a child with my father, and that child was nowhere to be found. We tried to look for the child until today. I don't know that. I've never seen her or him. Yeah. And yeah, my father did, a Xhosa men, they have to go through initiation in order for them to be recognized as men. So my father did not want to do that. He did that later in life. That one I remember because they said, oh, finally, uyindoda ke ngoku. Do you understand? So I'm thinking, good, maybe those are the things. And to be honest with you, a lot of people I've gotten a lot of comments saying that when but you were supposed to be a boy. Like I remember on my first day when I went to the driving school. Yeah, I went to the driving school. I told Ubabundaba, I said to Ubabundaba, you know what? I'm the first one, to have a car and everything. Ngithi ngiyasaba, please ungibekezelele. Ngicela ukuthi ube nothando mangenza lento le ngizongena emotweni. The first lesson, and then he was like, unamanga wena umane uthi ngiyakhala angazi nings wena unamanga umfana kabi futhi ungatesta na next week, so, and I really get those comments. I don't know why, or is it the way I don't know, I handle myself or handle things, I don't know.
Yes. You have a very strong character, and you know, like I'm saying, ukuthi, according to spirituality, bekukhona ubaba, especially from your father's side, there is a grandfather that was supposed to come back through you, but they still come back because you still carry their soul. And that's why he's coming through now and saying that you do not give him any acknowledgement. And because you do not give him any acknowledgement, it becomes besides the issue of marriage being a problem within your mother's side of the family, but now, are you married?
I've got a fiance. Should we started the negotiations up to a certain level? Yeah.
Okay. I was about to get to that, but then now there's an issue, right, with the marriage situation. Kuyohlezi kunjalo. That's just about it. It will always be that ukuthi you are a fiance. It will not go past that. And the reason why, it's because of you not giving any acknowledgement to your paternal side of the family. Now, I do understand that your father passed away very young, like you mentioned. So after that, sometimes it becomes a bit difficult to, get in contact with your father's family and things like that, So now you carry your grandfather's soul. It's not about the surname.
Yeah, my thing is, my father had his own father from their own mother, meaning that from the mother, my grandmother, my father's mother gave birth to different children from different fathers. So my father had his own father. Do you understand? So I'm not understanding where is this person coming from. Is it Babu's Kosana, which is my grandfather, rightfully so, because my dad he's my father's father.
Yes. So when I'm talking about your grandfather, I'm talking about your father's father.
Oh yeah.
Your father's father.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when your dad passed away,
Yeah.
this man was still alive. Was Kosana.
I think so. Thing is, I'm not too sure, because I was young, and my father's home is in the Eastern Cape. I'm in Orange Farm. They just fetch you to go for the burial and then you come back. So I never really got to have a relationship with the grandfather. I don't know whether where does the grandfather live? I don't know. That's my thing. So it's very difficult for me to appease him while not knowing him. I can never even recognize him if he would come this way. I don't know where he passed away. Is he alive or
Oh
not?
my God.
I don't know.
So do you now understand when he says that they have not rejected you, they accept you, but the issue is that there is no acknowledgement coming from your side? Simply because you do not know them. I wasn't ukuthi bambeke kuphi. You just do not know anything about
Yeah,
him. And now it's a problem because you carried your grandfather's soul with you.
Yeah.
Not just only his soul, but you also carry your great grandfather as well. So both of them appear. So even your spiritual guides, they are very masculine. It's men. Do you understand? That's why most of the time you appear as a very strong character. Do you understand? In every kind of situation, you appear very dominant.
Yeah.
This is because of your spiritual guides from your father's side. Now, there is a journey that you are going to have to embark on in terms of going to Eastern Cape and finding your grandfather, even if you can find someone from your father's side of the family,
Yeah.
and try to appease them. Because as for when it comes to your marriage, you will just remain a fiance.
Yeah.
You will just remain a fiance. It
Yeah.
will never go past that.
Yeah.
And come I tell you something, you are very much favored. You are very much blessed. And this is there's a father that is coming through. He comes through very warm. And he says to you that I apologize that I had to go away so soon. I apologize that you had to go through certain things alone and not having a dad. And this is your father coming through. He says that I've always been by your side. I've never left you, not once. Though you do not know me, but I know you very well. And that is why even when you bought that car, when everything, the success that you have achieved, that is me.
Okay. I do have a question. Does he have another child apart from me? And where is that child?
He does.
Is it a he? Is it a she?
Okay, it's a girl.
Physically able or not?
It's the child is perfectly fine. The child is perfectly fine, and in fact, the lady also has a daughter, because I am seeing a little girl, and with her as well, she is in a relationship. But when I try to look for this lady, she is within the Eastern Cape area.
I'm not too sure. I don't know.
It traces me back. I'm seeing a very rural area. So
It could be Orange Farm. Orange Farm looks very rural when I lie to you.
no, but the vegetation is very
Green.
it's very green.
Okay.
And the houses, even like I've seen houses in the Eastern Cape, especially like in the rural areas. One area that I've been in is Ekumbu,
Okay.
and I've seen how the houses are. Because wherever she is, she's not in the rural area,
Yeah.
but she seems to be far advanced in life. She's doing actually okay.
Okay.
But also as well, she is struggling with the issue of giving birth to girl children. She has given birth to a baby girl. She's in a relationship with a man, and then they are planning. So the man actually wants a boy child. But the thing about her is that she will always give birth to girls.
Yeah.
Sadly
And that's
enough.
my sister, or it's the wife, my sister's mother.
Your sister's mother. Your sister.
Yeah.
It's your sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or my sister who's
Your
struggling
sister.
to have girl children.
She's having only girl
Oh,
children.
she's struggling to have a male.
Male
Yeah.
children.
Okay.
Yes. And your dad does not hold her responsible. That's why her life is progressing. Because with everything that happened, it was too quickly. It wasn't even intentional.
Yeah.
You understand? So so now he acknowledges the fact that he was young, and it's something that he did not think about, you
Yeah.
know. And sadly enough, or fortunate, I believe, because this is a blessing, a child came.
Yeah.
So those rumors that you were hearing about your dad, about him having another child, there is another child.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so like I mentioned, okay, so I'm gonna do something because I want you to feel your dad's presence.
Okay.
Because he's standing just next to you, and he keeps on saying that he's proud. So there are I'm seeing a lot of people looking up to you.
Okay.
A lot. Like, I'm seeing you standing in front of people, addressing people. A lot of people looking at you. It's like cameras looking at you, not just like these cameras, but I'm seeing it's like a lot of people are looking at you. It's either maybe through the phone. It could be that you are addressing people. So your dad says that he's very proud of you, of the journey that you have taken, right? And the success that you have had up until this point. But every time in your life, it's like you do reach these milestones, but it's always short-lived. Do you understand? It's never really to your fullest potential. You know that things can become better.
Yeah.
But they are always, it's like there's a point where it stops. And then after that, you have to use your might and everything in order for that to, to continue.
Yeah.
And this is because of what this part of your father's side of the family.
Yeah.
So please note that your dad says that he acknowledges you. He's very proud of you, and he does apologize for the times that he wasn't there. And he says that it was his time to go. He only lived for a while here on earth, so it was his time. And he knew that his spirit would come back again. Do you have when I say come back, do you have a son? You do not have a son. So also with you, you are getting girl children.
Yeah. For 2 girls.
Oh my God. So come I tell you this?
Yeah.
Because your dad says that his spirit wants to come back, right? And obviously, and I didn't even know that you had girl children.
Yeah.
So the same thing that is happening to your sister,
Yeah.
you are also experiencing it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But then now, your father's spirit wants to reincarnate.
Yeah.
Okay. Something about a miscarriage.
Yeah. And it happened last year in September on my daughter's birthday. I was so angry. I even asked the doctor to say, you know what, please take the samples and go check. I mean, like, I was here last week and there was a heartbeat and everything, and it was a son at 9 weeks. I was told the fetus was male.
I feel like crying. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Please note that that was your father's spirit trying to reincarnate. But because of there are certain things that have not been done yet
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
he's not going to come. And, thank you so much for trusting me with the souls of your loved ones, because they let me know that you might never have this opportunity again to connect with them. So
Why?
what? No, it does. What that
Okay.
means is that you might never get an opportunity to meet a medium again who their spirit will come through.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean. Not that you can't connect with them,
Okay.
meaning that for them to come through.
Yeah.
Do you
it's
understand?
true, yes. It's for the very first. I don't want to lie to you. I've had a call with Tez. I've had a sitting with Wendy the Medium, the one that appears in Muja Love. And no one has ever spoke about my paternal side. I don't want to lie to you. And the same questions that I have, I've always had. That's why
They
I'm
remain
here.
unanswered.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my thing. Especially the surname part.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get to that. So I'm gonna wrap up now when it comes to your dad.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, another question. Now, my thing is, was in the black community or in our tradition as Africans, Mntwana mayizalwa, you have to mhlawule and everything. So, because that never really happened, my parents were very young, they had to go back to school and start working just after they started working and then they passed on. So, how do I then approach this thing? What is it what's going to happen with me? Looking at the maternal side, the ones that raised me and everything. I want clarity on that.
I don't understand when you do what?
Like when you try to appease the other part, you know.
Okay,
yeah.
no, we are coming to that.
Okay,
Don't worry, we are coming to that. But then it still remains that this is something that you still have to do on your father's side.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So your father's spirit will still come through. He will still reincarnate, but only after things are done
Correct.
correctly.
Yeah.
So he does apologize about the son, the miscarriage that you had, because I know it cost you a lot of pain. Make sure that you fix everything, but I'll take you through it.
Okay.
I'll take you through it. I'll explain to you what is it that you need to do in terms of appeasing your ancestors from your father's side.
Okay.
Now we move on to, you know what? Every time when I look at you, I feel like crying, and this is because of your journey. You had to become a mother before becoming an actual mother. My whole body is in shock. My whole body is in pain. My breathing is labored. I feel tired. There's a spirit that is coming through. Her spirit is very warm. So who is this? Is this your mother? What happened to her?
My mom. Yes, she was sick before she passed on. Yeah.
What if you can try to remember that what was wrong with her specifically?
Oh, my mom. I don't want to lie. I was so young, but I think it's my grandmother. I definitely think it's my grandmother. She's very warm, and she's basically the one who raised me.
Who raised you,
Yeah.
yes.
So what I know about my grandmother is that she was suffering from leukemia. Yes, that's what I know, and it was painful watching her on the bed and attending the hospital every day after work, back and forth, hoping that she'll come back.
So with your mother, you don't know what happened to her.
I know she was also sick, but I don't know what she was suffering from. She was also sick. She was bedridden. I remember what happened. There was a time where she was very sick, and they called a transport to come and fetch her. And I think at the clinic they had borrowed us a wheelchair, and when they got to the clinic, everyone was like, no, this person is no more, but she's still eating banana. And then they were asking, what is going on? Because the pulse is off. This person is very cold. We don't understand how is she chewing this banana. Please let's rush her to the hospital. We went to the hospital. That's the story that I was told by my grandmother. No? They rushed to the hospital, and then upon inserting or placing the oxygen on her, and then she bled and then gone, just like that.
Okay, that's why I'm saying that I'm struggling to breathe. My breathing is labored.
So my confusion with that is that also my grandmother was breathing very loudly, and it seemed very difficult watching it, So I don't know who is who now.
No, the person that is coming through she's actually very young.
Okay, maybe it's my mom.
She's very, very young, and she looks very beautiful. She looks so much like you. You look so much like her. Even the good skin that you have, I see that you got it from your mother. Now, you wouldn't know this because you were very young.
Yeah.
And another thing as well is that, your mother to you is like someone that you know about. But it's not someone that you can talk about because, you've heard about her. It's always been about your mom used to do this, your mom used to do that. You don't really know her. The
Yeah.
person that you know is your grandmother.
Yes.
But right now, the spirit that is actually coming forward is your mother.
Okay.
And she wants to let you know that when she passed away, she makes me feel that she was taken before her time. That she still had a lot more to do here on earth. But unfortunately, she passed away. She tells me about a sickness that she had.
Okay.
She had a sickness, yeah,
Okay.
that she had, and for the longest time she didn't wanna talk about it or let people know
Yeah.
about it. So it's only then that it started getting bad, and that's when people literally everyone was surprised. Ori, this person was fine. We didn't know her as a sick person.
Yeah.
So what is going on?
Yeah.
So she lets me know that there was a sickness, and she's been living with it for quite a while, but then she didn't want the family to know because okay, my children are still young and I still want to continue to work and, give them a future, give them a life.
Okay, I believe this is true. It's true because I remember my grandmother saying that I think they were having a conversation in one of the rooms in the house. We was like, but why didn't you say so? At the time, we were waiting for the ambulance. When you call in the ambulance, they're going to ask, what's your name? What's going on? What's your problem? So unfortunately, I was not there, but I heard her asking my mother to say, why didn't you say? Why did you not trust me enough? So when you're saying this, I'm remembering, oh yeah, this is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is now with your grandmother. They are both together, and they've now become your most biggest guardian angels. But then she keeps on showing me you having the responsibility of being a mother.
Yeah.
It's like, were there some people that you had to take care of after your mom passed away?
Yeah, my siblings.
Your siblings?
Because my grandmother had to go to work. She used to work, I can't remember, but she would go and come back after a month.
Okay. Were you bullied?
At school?
Yeah.
Not really.
Who was the sister that was bullied?
Oh, it's my sister. Kutlwana.
Why are you laughing?
My thing is, this thing is true, I remember that she was the only one who was being bullied, amongst us, Yeah, she was being bullied at school, at primary school level.
Okay. So, please note that it pains your mother that had to, happen. And to this day, it still affects this person.
Yeah.
It still affects them.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that they struggle with.
Or my sister.
Yes. She will not say, she will not speak out, just like your mother, but there are things that she's fighting inside of her.
Okay.
And also, she struggles in terms of accepting of love. What is her name?
Kutlwana.
Fun. How old is she?
22.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She's just starting out in her life. And when it comes specifically to relationships, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for her because she struggles in accepting love.
Okay.
Even though your grandmother raised you guys, but she always had this thing of, if only my mom was there.
Yeah.
If only my mom was there.
Yeah.
So it's always that thing of seeing other kids, their parents are there.
Yeah.
And for her, she always wished that if only my mom was here or if my dad was there.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Yeah.
And your mom acknowledges this. I don't know, did your mom have like some sort of perfume, or there's a certain smell that every time she comes through with and it smells so good? Like even now, there was a specific scent that she used to. And also, I'm going to ask you, do you have like some perfume that you really, really like?
Yeah.
Because she lets me know that, my daughter, she smells really good. And she says, I also like to smell good. In fact, people knew me by the scent.
Yeah, it was the white satin body spray. I know that.
Oh,
For a fact, yeah.
wow.
This was his scent, yeah.
Your mom loves you very much. Even though you do not know her, she loves you very much. You just remember fragments of her.
Yeah.
And she thanks you very much for actually being a mother to your siblings.
Okay.
Do you understand? She thanks you very much for that. And she wants to let you know that she'll always be beside you. And you've gotten very far. Besides that, you have now turned into a mother to nations. You understand? Not just only your siblings, but
Yeah.
I'm seeing like a lot of mothers looking up to you. I'm seeing a lot of children.
Yeah.
Ne? I'm seeing a lot of children around you. And even your heart. But this heart, you get it from your grandmother. So this is where it becomes a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. We go way, 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 way back before you were even born.
Yeah.
Before your mother was even here.
Yeah.
We go back to a time whereby I'm seeing banyana, like girls,
Yeah.
right? And they are. So it's like this house. Who obviously ko mahaeng so ne.
Yeah.
And then go na le motho o mogolo, like koko o mogolo, and then go na le ntate o mogolo as well.
Yeah.
And they are all gathered together. So go na le bana ba banyana in the yard.
Okay.
And then there are prayers that are being done like
Okay.
every single day, as well as like in a month they see like a sacrifice that is being done.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a tradition that has been happening. So it is then passed on unto your grandmother. So
Yeah.
another thing that you need to understand in your family is that there's a lot of like batho ba teng ba tlhokofala ka pele.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Especially from your mother's side of the family.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so much presence with you. So there's this tradition that is being done. So meaning that badimba bona, they acknowledge their ancestors.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is passed on to generation yabo mamahao. But then as soon as it gets to not your mother, your grandmother. As soon as it gets to your grandmother's generation, this thing becomes distorted.
Yeah.
So meaning everyone and which is there's nothing wrong,
Yeah.
And bear in mind the people back in Kabona, they have psychic abilities. There's something like about them that always pulls them to church. Like there's always this thing that wants to connect them to. Okay, so now your sister is sitting there, and there's a lot of spirit. There's a lot of activity there that is happening with her,
Yeah.
because the need to pray, the need to connect to the divine,
Yeah.
is something that has always been in the family.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when it came to your grandmother, it's like, "Babang bateri kereke," they're like, I rather, go to church, because that is the only way they can try to figure out what it is that they have.
Yeah.
You understand? But now the tradition ya go phahla le hore ba buisane le badimo ba bona, it becomes distorted. Nobody does it anymore.
Yeah.
So instead of it now becoming lidlozi li tlisa awareness,
Yeah.
it turns into a curse. Whereby now, because number one, listen, if muthu wa tlhokofala and their spirit is not brought back home, first things first is that the siblings, litlolwana, there won't be any unity. Number two, when it comes to the success and stuff like that, it's going to be a problem. But then not only that, when it comes to marriage, it's also an issue as well. Do you understand? So now, same thing happened with who? Same thing happened with your grandmother. Your grandmother was not, her mom passed away as well. Same as you, she never got an opportunity to spend time with her mother. Just like you understand?
Yeah.
She also never got that time. So this is something that has been happening. It's a generational curse,
Yeah.
whereby the first child will become a girl, and then after that, o tla ba le bana, and then pass away maybe once they get to the age of 30 or something like
Yeah,
that. Do you
yeah,
understand? So same thing has also been happening with your grandmother. And now the Zwane surname, come I tell you something, when it comes to surnames, our ancestors don't really have a problem.
Okay.
They really, really do not have a problem, because surnames go way, way, way back.
Yeah.
Because even this Zwane that you are carrying,
Yeah.
it's not even Malume's surname. Because your grandmother was raised by Umalume wake,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, Yena, as Uzwane, he also took his mother's surname.
Yeah.
It wasn't his dad's.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now you begin to understand that Idlozi will never fuss on the fact, Yoguti, what is your surname? Because
Yeah.
if we start that, then you'll find yourself okupa izinto that it's not going to take you anywhere.
Yeah.
The only thing that spirit wants is acknowledgement.
Yeah.
So what has been missing in your case,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, you have been calling this Zwane surname.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong. They
Okay.
say that there is nothing wrong.
Yeah.
The only thing that you need to do, and these are the people that you need to bring closer to you,
Yeah.
even though they are your guardian angels, you need to ask your grandmother and your mother for guidance whenever uphahla. So you are going to send them. They are going to be your errand people.
Okay.
So meaning that you send them to go and talk with the others.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because how about
Yeah.
obviously you were not yet born,
Yeah.
so they cannot hold you accountable for something that you do not know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So whenever uphahla, and also again, your grandmother's your mother, so your grandmother was your mother because she raised you very much. She
Yeah.
raised you into becoming the strong woman that you are.
Yeah.
Did your grandmother have a house? Where you guys where is her house?
It's an orange farm.
The one that you're staying at?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I stay somewhere else, but at home it's in orange farm.
Okay. Your grandmother's home is
Yeah,
in Orange Farm.
yeah.
And who stays there now?
It's my siblings, my sisters, 2 sisters.
What is this thing that I'm seeing about creche? Like kindergarten, like what is that? I'm seeing a lot of kids. What is it?
Oh, it's my grandmother's sister. She has a house in Orange Farm. She also has a creche. She has a creche, a big one, well-known creche.
Oh, okay. You said who is this?
It's my grandmother's sister from the Zwane family.
Okay. Is she still alive?
Yeah,
Does she come to your grandmother's house?
not very often. Not even, let me just say, not even, yeah. Because even when she passed on, she only came on the day, on the burial day. And then she asked us to, oh, okay, it's fine. Can I wash you? And my thing is, for this whole time, I even went to wash the corpse. If I had a grandmother, oh, she went mad. Remember when my grandmother passed on? Actually, in April, I fell at work, and then I got a cast, so I was using crutches to walk. So I wasn't even driving at the time. So I received the news that my grandmother has passed on just after I've taken the cast off and used the leg brace, you understand? So still I'm not driving. So when I'm sending the kids, she was like, oh, this person also works around here. Why didn't she just come and tell me face to face? Do you understand? So she was very angry at the fact that I did not come personally, knowing it very well that I had to handle everything.
Everything.
You know? So I was like, okay, guys, cool down. We are all hurt. Let us focus on umsebenzi. Then we did that, and then she came on the day. While when we were just about to accompany my grandmother to her rest place, ne? We went together to the graveyard, and then we came back. After then, she went to my grandma's bedroom. She said, oh, we started taking off the clothes and everything else because my grandmother was Christian. That's all we know. That's how we do it, you know? That's how we were taught. So people took, and then she was like, we have to do umsebenzi and everything. Then my question was, you know, Ukoko has buried a lot of her children while she was alive. Have you ever seen her doing things the way you are saying we must do them now? And then she said no. And then I was like, can I do it my grandmother's way? And that's it.
Okay. There is an issue there because your grandmother's mentioning this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Already when you mentioned Orange Farm,
Yeah.
so it reverted back to the grandmother's sister.
Okay.
I was seeing the crutch and everything.
Yeah.
These two siblings, they were siblings, but they did not get along.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They did not get along, and this had a lot to do with their upbringing as well.
Yes.
But your grandmother's sister, she's very bitter. Okay.
Yeah.
She's very, very bitter.
So-
And part of the reason why, because your grandmother says that I forgive her. So, funny enough is that her spirit says that she forgives her because she did more than that.
Okay.
There's much more that she did.
Yeah.
And, this is quite sensitive. So I'm not going to share it here on camera,
Yeah.
but I will tell you this on the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am seeing a. Did your grandmother, just before she passed away, was there a point where like she couldn't recognize who you guys were?
Yeah. That was the hurtful part because when I would enter my room in the hospital, she was like, who is this? And I have to wave and just come closer to say, Gogo Yim. Then she's like, oh, who is ne? Yes, and then start talking. But she would just give us maybe his old sisters or family's names. Good, nangu Nomsa, and it's not Nomsa, it's Ntombende. We have to constantly remind her, and then we're like, you know what? When a doctor said she's going to be fine by Monday, she's going to be discharged. What's going on? No, the cancer medication is very strong, so they hallucinate and everything. Then okay. So we thought that it's
No. When she was like confusing is you guys. This is because she had already seen her journey.
Yeah.
The reason why she was calling you guys names, confusing it, it's because already her family had come to get her. Already bekabona indlela yakhe.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm asking about before, like when she started becoming sick, did she like lose her mind? Like almost as if like she couldn't, she was just not herself anymore.
Okay. Before the hospital, no.
Before the hospital, she didn't have that.
But for me, to be honest, for me, because I did not live in Orange Farm at the time. I would come every time after work and every other weekend, you know. So for me, she was someone else. She was. But my thing is, you know, with my grandmother, I think she was very much spiritually gifted because when I announced that she has passed on at church, no one was surprised. They were like, she did tell us last week.
Yes.
She stood up and afana kabupaki, and then she did mention Uguti. She got measured and now we are hamba. So we did not take it seriously.
She saw her journey. That's why I'm saying that even in the hospital when she was calling you guys names,
Yeah.
that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
When she was calling your names and all of that, this is because already her spirit was over to the other side. She could see her spiritual family. She was no
Okay.
longer with us here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the time when she was sick.
Yeah.
When she started getting
You know,
sick.
the thing about my grandmother, she wasn't really sick because the time she got admitted, she just walked to the clinic and then they found out Uguti, the heart is not beating okay. They said straight to the hospital. The hospital, she was admitted. They said it was COVID, isolation until they tested for, you know, it was that. you know?
Okay,
Yeah, so,
all right.
yeah.
All right, now I understand. There is something though. There is something with the brain, something with the mind, something that happened, ne?
Yeah.
Between these two people.
Yeah.
So your grandmother lets me know that you took upon all the responsibility
Yeah.
without no help from anyone whatsoever.
Yeah.
This person did not even come to assist. You only came on the day, like you were mentioning.
Yeah.
And that is why your grandmother is constantly saying, "Mtshele ukuthi I forgive them." But she says that you need to be careful. Because even after ugogo ukshona kwakhe, no one came and checked up on you guys to check ukuthi, how are you guys doing?
It's true.
No one, not even a phone call.
Not even a phone call.
Not
but
even.
No, we did get from the one that the other sibling. Remember, the only reason why my grandmother drifted away from the traditional part, she grew up Gwazwane, where there was this sister who has got a crash, and the actual child Gwazwane. So when they grew up, they kept on telling her and then she isolated herself, you know. So these two are very much close, but the youngest one was the one who was in support of everything that we were doing. She came, Shem, I don't want to lie, she came and she assisted where she can, but she did check up on her maybe 2 times. But from that crash,
But
no
as for
communication.
those ones, the older ones, there was nothing, no, nothing like, because I mean, they are the older ones. They are the ones that
Yeah.
have to take up the responsibility,
Yeah.
because obviously they knew that your grandmother was a mother to you guys.
To an
Because
extent that the younger grandmother and my sister, one of my sisters, this one, went to the crash to beg and ask for forgiveness for the fact that I could not come. You understand? So my thing is, your sister has just passed on. You're not even worried about what's happening in her house and everything. You are just focusing
You're more
on the
worried
fact
about
that
how
did
the
you get
news was
message? Yeah,
delivered.
that's my thing, you know? And one thing about me, as I mentioned the last time, I cannot express other emotions apart from anger. When everything piles up, I get very angry. So I do things in a very, I handled it in a very good way that I think my grandmother would have been happy about. That's the best I could say.
she is happy about everything. Remember, one thing about your spiritual guides, they are very, very happy about how, because you know you became, you took up a role that you know, you had to grow up before your time. You had to become a mother to your siblings.
Yeah.
Even after your grandmother's passing, it was like everything became upon your shoulders.
Yeah.
Which also tells me why you will always be successful. You will never lack.
Oh, thank you.
Your hands will never run dry.
Thank you so much.
because of the responsibility that has been placed upon your shoulders.
Yeah.
Now, there are two sisters. The other one is 22.
Yeah.
And then, how old is she?
20.
20. Okay. Same thing again when it comes to this issue about relationships. It's going to be an issue again.
Even to them.
It's going to be an issue when it comes to relationships. But then I am seeing that, your mom and your grandmother, they are working overtime to ensure that you guys are successful. You understand? But I need you to start a tradition.
Yeah.
Because if you do not do it, then this thing will still continue.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
This thing will continue.
Yeah.
So, okay. There needs to be a ceremony that is done in your grandmother's house,
Okay.
a Thanksgiving ceremony.
Okay.
That needs to be done. You are saying okay because this is something that has been communicated with you or somewhat you felt in your spirit. But your grandmother lets me know that there has to be a Thanksgiving that is done for both you and your sisters, and then for like basically all your siblings.
Yeah.
And do not care about the surname. Whatever surname that you guys are using, just continue with it. But also again, if since your grandmother, they said that she was a Mazibugo,
Yeah.
also call that.
Okay.
Call them as well. So
Yeah.
you will call Abantu Bagazwane because remember, Abantu Bagazwane, they are the ones that raised you. So
Yeah.
up until this far, the success that you've had,
Yeah.
it's because of Abantu Bagazwane.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So even with the issue about going to Eastern Cape,
Yeah.
before you do anything, you first need to let your mother's side of the family, the maternal side of the family,
Yeah.
let them know that this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Even as you embark on the journey, going to the Eastern Cape, trying to find your paternal family,
Yeah.
it needs to be communicated. Otherwise, you cannot wake up in the morning and say that you are just going to go to the Eastern Cape or you're going to go look for your father or anything like that.
Yeah.
It does not work like that.
Yeah.
You first have to ask permission first from your grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay. But as for your grandmother's house, there needs to be a ceremony that happens.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A Thanksgiving ceremony. And this is something that you have to do quite often. And if you slaughtered once, in the next ceremony, you're not going to slaughter, unless if maybe you do it after 2 years.
Okay.
Because your grandmother says because she was so spiritual, she was such a spiritual woman.
Yeah.
And she loved being in church.
Yeah. So much.
You know?
Yeah.
She was sensitive. She sensed a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that is why from a very young age, she felt she felt like she didn't belong here.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Wow. It's like I'm listening to my grandmother. So you're saying exact things that she used to say to us.
Can I see your hands? No, just turn it like this. What did she like to put? So who is occupying your grandmother's room?
No one currently. I'm the only one who sleeps there when I'm in Orange Farm.
Okay.
But there's nothing that belongs to anyone. It's just there. Yeah.
So what is inside there? What is in the room?
It's the wardrobe, the headboard, but we removed the bed.
Okay. So I need you to look after that room.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to look after that room and get a Bible. She says that there needs to be a Bible on the bedside.
Yes, there is.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a headboard. You see the old headboards.
Yes. They've two
Yeah,
pedestals.
and then there is
Like,
yes. There's always been. We did not remove that Bible. It's always there. Yeah, it's true.
please do not remove it, because she tells me about it that she doesn't want that being removed.
Okay.
You understand? There
Yeah.
always has to be a Bible there,
Yeah.
and the room needs to be looked after.
Yeah.
Because she's there in the house with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I need these two girls to take care of the house, ne?
Yeah.
I need them to take care of the house. They need to respect the house.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
The two girls that are left.
Yeah.
I need them to respect the house. But then also again, you have a beautiful angel. You have a beautiful angel. She has blessed your hands in each and every single thing that you are doing. She has blessed you, and she will continue to bless you as well as your siblings. And your grandmother says that she knows how much it pained you to see her go, but she says that she's never left your side. And do not live your life as if like she's not there, because she is there. Even whenever you go to your house and then you come back to your house, she's there. Her spirit is still there. I'm seeing her a lot in the kitchen. She
used to be in the kitchen
to
so
be in the
much.
kitchen,
Yeah,
yeah.
when we came home, she would serve you. She didn't want to sit down. She would serve you, bring you food, take the plate and everything. You know, if there's anything that I did not do growing up, I was not domesticated. Yes, I did everything else, but I don't remember having a duty of coming back to school and cook. You know, so that's how she served us. That's why I was so eager to pass matric and make her happy, because I knew that she knew how important school was.
school was.
You understand? So she was like, I'll never sit at home while you're at school and then await you to come back and cook.
and
She
clean the
will serve you, whatever it is, however bad the meal is, but she would serve you. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And that is her.
Yeah.
And, you know, even seeing your sister cry, because the only form of mom that she's ever known is your grandmother, you know? And I can just imagine for her, for them, you got time to spend with her. But they never had that.
But for me, it was never enough, because I wanted her to be very happy, you know? What I did, like, that's why I lost, like, I felt like I wanted to die as well,
Yeah.
just after her passing, because I felt like I lost my purpose, you know? I felt like I was naked in the world, because she was everything.
Everything.
So I started hating everything. I became very harsh even to my friends, because I would speak to her every time. Now and again, I would make a call. Hi, Coco, how are you? We would laugh and everything, you know. But now I don't have that.
And she's always there with you guys. Always. It's been really, really painful. I understand.
Another thing, I wanted to know if there was a time where I received a call from her. She was fine. Nothing was wrong. She was like, you know what? La bantwana bayangihlupha. Uningamangali masingihambile emhlabeni mina ngikhathele. And then I drove from Savannah. I said, no, I want to hear this conversation. I just jumped into the car, drove home. When I got home, I was like, Gogo kahle kahle uthini? Hayi la bantwana laba hayi asenzanga kanjalo. Why gogo uthi uhambe uyofonela usinekhoneni usho kanjalo? Hayi ngiyadlala abantwana bami ngikhathele. Ngithi, oh, ukhathele, like ukhathele, you want to leave us. And she was like, little did I know that 2 weeks after that she'll be hospitalized.
She saw her journey.
So my thing is, did she want to leave us willfully, or was it her time?
It was her time. It was her time. It pained her a lot, and there was no better way in which she could tell you guys.
Oh,
There was no better way.
okay.
It was her time. And, you know, what I love about her is that she instantly became an angel. She did not even struggle.
Okay.
As soon as the day came when she gave up her spirit, because She willingly gave up her spirit,
Okay.
you know, and she knew because ugogo raised you guys ukuthi nihloniphane. Do you understand? And she made sure ukuthi niya esikolweni, and she says, tell my girls they should always make me proud. They should always, everything ngabafundisa yona, mabaqhubeke bayenze. Everything that I used to do in the house, let them continue.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And she says that they will not lack anything. She has become such a good angel to you guys. And I want you to give her that acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I want you guys to acknowledge her. Sometimes talk to her in the house because she's there. There is one sibling that is really, really, really struggling, that is just bottling a lot of things up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger. With you, you are very vocal.
Yeah.
One thing about you, you are vocal. If something is not okay, you vocalize it.
Yeah.
But there's this one specific one who just does not know how to talk. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I love that you as siblings have become each other's support,
Yeah.
you know? And continue like that. And your husband, he's also your supporter as well.
Yeah.
He's been sent to assist you.
Yeah.
Okay. You will always be a mother to the motherless.
Okay.
And that is your purpose. And your grandmother lets me know that you are walking in your purpose now.
Yeah. For now, I thought that I was working through the healing, but I don't know what am I doing or how am I supposed to continue, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, it's very important that you always give your ancestors acknowledgement.
Yeah.
This is something that you need to teach yourself. Any good thing, if Ukutlwano or your other sister, they go for an interview,
Yeah.
light up candles in the room, talk to your grandmother.
Yeah.
Talk to your mother as well, even though you guys do not know her.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
If there's an interview, if there's anything, go into the room, light up the candle.
Yeah.
She's sending in pepo,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And talk to your grandmother. And you will see, even you when you're not feeling okay, because I see there are times where you break down,
Yeah.
you know? Go back home. If it tells you that you have to go back, go even if it's a weekend.
Yeah.
Tell your husband that, you know what, I just want to spend the weekend at my grandmother's place. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you work with people, you cannot work from an empty cup. You
Yeah.
need to constantly fill your cup.
Yeah. It's true.
Right.
Yeah, I get so overwhelmed sometimes. Yeah, yo, thank you so much. Yo.
Just a moment of silence before we close off to those who have, who are on the other side and who are watching over us now.
Okay.
Because definitely, your grandmother, your father, your great grandfather and grandfather, all of them, they are watching over you guys. Okay?
It's nice to hear that.
And you still, there's a lot of things that you're still gonna make them proud.
Yeah.
From getting that car to getting another car, it's just gonna gradually happen.
Can I ask you something? There was a car that I bought in 2020, and then a day before I got into an accident, my grandfather, which is my grandmother's brother,
Okay.
passed on. The second day I could not make it to work. That's where I got a horrible accident.
Okay.
So my question is, because I took him like my father, when he came to, he usually stayed in KZN. So when he came to Orange Farm, I was like, okay, let me buy him some shirts and everything. I loved him so much. So I wanted to know what was going on with him. Can you try to, why did I get into such a horrible accident that I did not even make it to the burial in KZN? I was instantly hospitalized. The car was written off. Why? Oh.
While he was being buried.
Yeah, he passed on today. Tomorrow morning, I could not get to work.
Tomorrow morning, that's when the accident happened.
Yeah, the second.
Okay. So what that meant is that he was trying to let you know, like his presence was actually trying to let you that he's no longer here. So there are some spirits, whenever they cross over, what they do is that I remember with my mother, it rained so bad.
Yeah.
It rained on me, like to a point that I was even late for work. You know, all bad things were just happening on the way.
Yeah.
So sometimes when a spirit leaves earth and they were very close to you,
Okay.
they do those things. It does not mean that they are angry with you.
Okay.
It just simply means that they are letting you know that they are no longer here in the physical. So in order to get your attention, so it was actually their spirit communicating with you, letting you know that I am no longer here.
You almost died.
What is this about? You mentioned something. What is this image that I'm seeing about a blue shirt?
Blue shirt.
A blue, like a light blue shirt. How can I liken it to?
Who's wearing that shirt?
This man.
Maybe it's the one that I bought him. Yeah. I bought him, yeah, those shirts, I bought them from True Words. Yeah, a blue shirt.
Yes.
Is it check?
Yes, there's a check one, but then it's light blue.
Yeah. Yo.
And then he was old, right?
Very old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's also there. His spirit is also there. And another thing, he says that umtshele umntanami ukuthi angamvumeli lo muntu lo angene endlini. And he says that the sister, your grandmother's sister, must not come to the house.
It's difficult because he had quite a good relationship with the sister. However, the last time he was in Joburg, he went to that sister's house, and when he came back, my grandmother said, "Let's pray." During the prayer, he got seizures, and then he went to the hospital.
He now, because now he's in spirit, he's saying like that. "Ukuthi umtshele lona angangeni endlini leya."
Okay.
So don't. Be
Okay.
careful. Be very careful about who comes to the house,
Yeah.
especially the sister. Okay?
Yeah.
So let us pray. We are just going to close our eyes and just pray from our hearts, okay?
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Sinesipo, for joining us today and, getting this session. I hope you have found all the answers and the healing that you needed.
Definitely.
Remember, this is not a destination, but it's a journey.
Yeah.
Whenever spirit comes through and communicates with us, they want to let us know that there's a journey that we need to embark on. And remember, always remember that there's nothing that you can do without asking guidance from them.
Yeah.
The same way that your grandmother used to teach you how to pray, also add the acknowledging of your ancestors as well, because they have walked this path on earth.
Yeah.
So they know it better.
Yeah.
Because you are still physically here, no one is better to guide you than them because they've already walked this path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And there you have it, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. So please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So this is Hope Revolution TV. And this podcast that we are having is Mlabamanzi Spirit Healing and Restoration. So thank you so much, guys. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, and also follow us on TikTok as well. It is Hope Revolution TV. Thank you so much.